Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today it's another Farming Simulator 22 update video. This piece of news has only just released. I haven't even had a chance to look at it myself yet, but it's just a first look at the new production chains, and already I can tell this is going to be awesome. So we'll start from the beginning. Get your production chains started in Farming Simulator 2022. And don't stop with selling the wheat after harvesting. Instead, deliver it to the grain mill so it gets processed into fine flour and bring it to the local bakery. Then you decide what they'll do with it. Already, I'm excited. So not only can we harvest the crops and sell them, but we can now produce products from them. And that's really quite cool. So this is never been in the game before. Might have been in as a mod by someone else. I haven't personally come across that, but that's pretty awesome. We'll move down to new building types, shops and businesses. So what's new exactly? There are a lot of new building types in Farming Simulator 22. While some are already placed on the new maps and already take your goods for further processing, you can also build them yourself, making them your business to expand your farming operation. Since the feature is still a work in progress, we won't show you everything today. So that's really quite cool. So you could effectively start as a farm selling to other people, selling it as they put above. You could go to the grain mill and they'll do it for you, or you can build your own and essentially build a farm shop and then expand off of that. So you're not only just a farmer, you're now a business person, and that is quite cool. And that's something I'm really looking forward to. So we'll just zoom in on this picture before I read the rest. You can see we've got the bakery here, and we're actually taking the bread that they've produced from the flour. And I'm assuming we'll be going to sell that to other people, which is really quite cool. And you can see the gator is making a return. It's pretty awesome. And they've actually got 3D textures instead, or at least in the bottom part, instead of the 2D ones. Obviously, they've still got that upstairs, but you know, we've got to compromise somewhere, right? Anyway, one of the businesses being part of a production chain is the bakery. If you want to generate income from delicious cakes or fluffy bread, you need to supply them with flour, sugar, and butter, as well as other ingredients. To get those, you have to visit other links of the chain, like the grain mill, dairy, or the sugar mill. So that's quite interesting, and they've already given us another product we'll be able to make, and that is butter. See, before with the cows, you get milk and manure and slurry. That is it. But now we actually can go off and produce butter, and it'll be interesting to see if you can also do cheeses and other dairy products. And it'll be interesting to see as well, something I'd really like to see is vegetable plants. Instead of just your wheat, barley, canola. Obviously we've got corn in there, but you know, maybe add carrots and cabbage and lettuce and all those other vegetable plants, or even fruit. Apples, for example, have orchards, and then you can have that all in one farm shop that you own and sell off from there as sort of your main hub. That would be really quite cool. Obviously they're not going to reveal all at the moment, but I'm just putting it out there. That's something I'd like to see. If Giants, if you're listening, you can take that idea. Anyway, moving down, your new bread and butter. And already we've got a really nice picture here. And a look at a new forklift. I'm assuming that's going to be a Manitou, like the last one. This just being a newer version of it. And you can see we've got our wheat right there, coming from the grain mill. So, how you get one resource from one point to another is your choice. Either haul it yourself if your farming business is able to handle loads of goods, or let the businesses do the heavy lifting for a fee, of course. So that's quite cool already. So you either transport it yourself or you can essentially hire logistics. The grain mill or sugar mill, for example, let you decide if you transport the processed goods to the next link in the chain yourself, or if the mills deliver them. So yeah, you hire them to transport it for you. So it'd be quite interesting to see if it's just a case of it gets there straight away, or you've got to wait a period of time, or whether it actually places an AI lobby, for example, on the map, and you actually see it drive from the grain mill to the next chain. That would be quite a cool thing to see. Obviously, I know the game has limits, so maybe that's not possible. But again, another idea, putting it out there. Also, in case of the bakery, you can also decide if they sell the produced goods directly, or if you distribute them to the local supermarket, restaurants, or farmers market to generate even more income. One way or another, if you're selling baskets full of freshly baked bread instead of just the harvested wheat, you'll make more money. Especially since you not only have various options on what to produce, you can start multiple productions at once. Just make sure you provide the necessary resources to keep the production going. So already I'm really excited and I want to play Farming Simulator 22 right now, because this is going to expand the game so much. You know, I think with the previous ones, it gets to a point where you have to rely on adding mods to expand the game more. But I think with this, they're implementing all of those new features so that it takes longer before you have to do that, and I think that is pretty awesome. And obviously down here, looking at it, this is just going to be obviously promoting their social media, and then they'll give you more information later on in the year. I'm assuming at FarmCon we'll see a lot more, probably another gameplay, or probably the first gameplay trailer at that as well, which is pretty cool. And we'll just have a look at this last picture, and looks like you can produce oil now as well. So we've got a use for the canola and hopefully the sunflowers. And just while I'm thinking about it, something else I'd like to see is olives. Let's have olive groves in the game. Why not? Produce olive oil. That's going to sell for lots. But who knows? We'll find out at a later date. But yeah, this is looking really, really awesome. Really excited to see what it brings. So yeah, just a small update video. Well, small update. Lots of news packed into this update video today. Subscribe to the channel to get updated. Obviously, I've started doing Forza Horizon 4 content now, so make sure you go and check all of that out. Join my Discord server, link in the description. Hope you all enjoyed this. Let me know your opinions on the game that's going to be upcoming. Anything you'd like to see as well, let me know. And I'll see you next time.